ice cream name. Excuse me. Again, I gotta take a drink. Lady Gaga may sue over breast milk ice cream name. Pop singer Lady Gaga has threatened to sue a specialist ice cream parlor in London for naming its breast milk ice cream Baby Gaga. The shop's owner said on Wednesday. Matt O'Connor, founder of the Ice Creamist in London Covent Garden, said he had retrieved a letter from Lady Gaga's lawyers informing him that the singer planned to sue him over the name. She's threatened to bankrupt us, and she's also threatening me personally, saying she'll seize my personal assets and property, he said. Lady Gaga's London solicitors, Mission de Roya, said that they would not comment. O'Connor denied the flamboyant singer, whose meat dress and other strange outfits prompted her quirky image and delighted her fans, had inspired the name he had chose for the dessert made from breast milk blended with Magassian vanilla pods and lemon zest. It's just the first noise a baby makes. It's nothing to do with anyone else, he said, adding that he was just working on a response to the letter. London's Westminster Council briefly confiscated supplies of Baby Gaga ice cream last week on health concerns, but gave it an all-clear on Wednesday. We're pleased that the safety checks we've taken on the products to come back clear, Westminster Council's cabinet member for business Brian Connell said in a statement. O'Connor told Reuters he was considered taking legal action against the council for reputational damage. They made the damaging assertion that breast milk ice cream isn't safe, he said, adding that it was an overreaction to the safest food in the world. Man. Okay. Breast milk, okay, that's good for you. But, this is kind of ridiculous when celebrities are suing over a ridiculous thing such as a name. As a matter of fact, I remember, this kind of reminds me of a news story that I read back a few years ago with Rosie 105 and how Rosie O'Donnell got really pissed off and said, hey, take my name off. Well, I thought to myself, is Rosie O'Donnell going to sue everybody that uses the name Rosie, including everybody who's born with it? I mean, come on, what the hell? I mean, is she going to, I'm thinking to myself, is Lady Gaga going to sue a baby who says Gaga? Babies say Gaga all the time. I say Gaga as a baby. Does that mean she's going to, oh, wait, I just said Gaga, so does that mean she's going to sue me? I don't know. I better keep my lips tight because Lady Gaga might be listening to this over the internet, and we don't want that. Don't want to be slammed with a suit, or a suit with meat. Well, this is also from Reuters.com. A lot of U.S. students kind of sleep in during school and are usually late for class. And these are high school students, and this is becoming quite the epidemic. A rude awakening for sleepy U.S. students. Chronically tardy and truant students at a Massachusetts high school are getting a rude awakening, a pre-recorded morning wake-up call from their school principal. Ooh, I would so hate to wake up to that. These so-called robocalls that began on Wednesday are aimed at rousting about 500 students, the worst offending sleepyheads from bed, and getting them to school on time. It's 6:15 and it's Durfee High School calling, booms the voice of Principal Paul Marshall of BMC's Durfee High School in Fall River, according to Vice Principal Russ Theibelt. Robocalls are typically used to notify parents of weather-related school delays and cancellations. Durfee joins other U.S. schools in Massachusetts and Illinois and New York, which are taking on the added role of alarm clock to combat high rates of tardiness and absenteeism. In New York City, the wake-up calls feature the voice of former professional basketball star Magic Johnson. At Durfee High School in Fall River, about 46 miles south of Boston, 20% of the student body will be getting routine phone calls at home at 6:15 p.m. The school day's first class begins at 7:45 a.m. Ugh. And ministers hope that the effort will boost the attendance from 88% now to at least 95%. Historically, we have battled attendance problems. And we are an urban district, and our attendance has always been a concern, they both said. The school resorted to the calls after failing to improve attendance with punishments like detention or enforced study hours at schools, he added. Man, when I was late for school, I mean, yeah, I got bitched out by the principal for being late, but damn. In the age of cell phones, I guess they're doing this whole legal telephone harassment thing, and I don't know if I can agree with that. I mean, come on. I mean, they're teenagers. You can't let them, sleeping in is their right. Sleeping in is, and being late for class is like a teenage rite of passage. I mean, I would be a little pissed off if I got a call at 6:15 in the morning reminding me, hey, wake up, go to work. Okay, yeah, that's what my alarm clock is for, dude. Come on. That's ridiculous. Well, right now we are going to be taking some phone calls at 503-288-4442 or 503-288-4448. Phone lines are open right now, so feel free to call me. And as my crew is taking your calls, I will be doing the Advice Corner. This is part of the show where I like to do the Advice Corner. Now, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering what you're watching the Alexandra Paris Show, and I am Alexandra Paris. You can email me at alexandraparistv@gmail.com. We're open 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Tell us if you love us, if you hate us, if you think the show sucks. We want to hear from you. That's alexandraparistv@gmail.com. Also, I have a YouTube channel. You can also follow me on YouTube at www.youtube.com/Alexandra Paris Show. And I tweet a lot. So you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Alex Paris TV Show. And at MySpace at www.myspace.com/galactic_groove. Let's see here. Here we have the Advice Corner. Sometimes people like to write to the show for advice to the lovelorn. And sometimes I like to give advice that, especially through experiences that I have experienced myself. Sometimes I will tell you that I'm not a certified psychologist. So, but I'm somebody who will let you bend their ear. So this is why some people actually write to me and Sister Social, and Sister Social actually and I dispense advice. But since Sister Social's not here, I'm doing the Advice Corner by myself tonight, so I'm winging it. So bear with me. All right. This is from a young lady. She says her best friend is mad at her. She says, we had a fight and it lasted over 3 weeks. I really love her as a friend. And I tried staying all of her fun times, and trust me, there's a lot and everything. What is something I could do for her so she is my friend again? Realistic ideas, please. Signed, wanting to repair something valuable. Well, one, it depends on how long you two have been very good friends. And it also depends on the situation that happened that made her mad at you, that made her not want to talk to you. I would say, if it's been 3 weeks, I mean, she's probably really mad at you. She's probably very mad at you. And the way I see it, if she's going to be that mad at you, you got to let her work this out on her own. Because she may be in a space in her life where she may not want to be bothered by anybody, that she might want to be alone to sort things out, to step back and reevaluate things. Some people do it faster than others. Some people do it longer than others. Some people, when they get into fights with their best friends, they have to do a lot of soul searching. And she's probably doing that right now. So, hey, you know, give her space and respect that. And if she's meant to still be your friend after all this is said and done, then you have repaired your friendship. So I'm gonna wish you luck on that. And I do hear a phone ringing. No. See, this is what happens. I can hear the phone ringing in the control room. But we had the phone numbers right up above me. We had the phone numbers like right here, right up above me. So anyway, you can give me a call at 503-288-4442 or 503-288-4448. Okay, we have a caller. Caller, you are on the air with the Alexandra Pear Show. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Caller?
Yeah, I'm calling and I want to find... Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, I'm calling...
Hello?
Okay, I'm calling and I wanted to find out how long have you been doing this show?
I've been doing the show since about 2001. I originally wanted to start out as a dance show, but I couldn't find enough dancers to come into the studio and dance, and so it just kind of evolved into having musical guests and actors and sometimes, you know, talking heads. And my show is kind of unpredictable at times, so you never know what to expect from me. So each show is kind of like a little surprise.
So do you plan on doing your show much longer in the future?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. Just wanted...
Okay. Well, thank you for your call, caller. Okay. Okay. This is from a young lady who signs herself, "Help Me." She says it's been a year and she still can't get over it. She was with this lad, she says, "I was with this lad since I was 16, and we were together up until last year, which was 3 years, so I'm 19 now. Recently, I have been diagnosed with manic depression, and after talking with my psychiatrist, it was obvious that when I broke up with him, I was going through a very manic stage. Hence why I randomly broke up with him. He had no idea that there was not anything wrong with the relationship, and that there wasn't. It was just all me. But I was in denial back then. Anyway, I didn't speak to him for 6 months, and God knows he tried every attempt to get me back, and I didn't want to hear it. I eventually opened up to him and told him that the guy I was seeing I wasn't happy with, and he told me that I needed to end it and I needed to think on my own and get myself sorted out. And he assured me that he still loved me and that he'd be there for me, but he wasn't. I found out later that he got with another girl 3 years below us, 3 years younger, and he's been with her ever since. The problem is I still love him and I can't move on. We still have the same people that we hang out with, and when we are all in the bar, he goes home. Or when we are all in the club, he goes home. He can't even look at me or talk to me. It's like he's still hurting, and it still makes it harder for me. What should I do? I've seriously tried everything, and my love for him still remains. Please help. Signed, Help Me. Well, I'm really sorry that you were going through this whole thing in your life. You were going through a lot of hell mentally, and what you should have done when you were going through this is that what you should have done was communicate with him, because that is the core basis of a good relationship. Especially since you two have been together for 3 years. 3 years is a really long time, and he knew you inside and out, or like he probably thought he knew you inside and out, but you were probably afraid to tell him. I'm assuming you were probably afraid that he would run away if he told him what was going on. But from the sounds of it, it sounds like he's still a really good guy, I think he's feeling awkwardness, And so he's feeling like, okay, maybe if I date somebody else, that maybe the feelings that I still have for you will go away. But obviously, if he's still hurting